hello again. Welcome to another dumb show for issue number 139A now. Thank you for joining me here this evening. I'm glad to have you guys here with me. Thanks for streaming on my tube. You know how much I love having you guys on my tube. Sorry if I seem a little distracted. I want to monitor all this and make sure everything is going okay right now. Now it's saying no data is being sent. I don't have any idea what's going on with this. Now it's saying it's excellent. Can't make this shit up. Okay. We're here. We're breathing. Sorry about that, guys. Right before we started, the whole computer decided to go kaput for a sec. So I had to reboot everything. And then when I rebooted everything, it seemed like it was fine. Now, okay, we're breathing. We're here. Let's do this. Shout out to Angelina. Back-to-back first in chat. So good job. Way to go. I'm one of the league members. Sorry about this. I'm a little... I got in my chair now. My chair got all screwed up and I was jumping around trying to reboot everything. Good grief. All right, I am here. We are here. Mikey is here. What's up, dude? How are you? Sorry about the kerfuffle there at the beginning. What's up, dude?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, just fighting this dumb computer. It was, I don't know what's going on.
I know, I was on vMix. I got to watch you do the whole thing. I got to watch you take your headphones off, out pissed off, and say, fuck this shit, and fuck this computer, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Very frustrating. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Just being very weird. So hopefully we will get through without any more issues though, and pretend like that never happened. So I do have.
The camera looks like shit.
Your camera what does?
Yeah, at least on my end.
It looks a little dark. It doesn't look.
I think it's because that one light behind me is always too bright.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe gonna get one in front of you more. Oh, there you go. That's better.
Yeah, a little bit better.
There you go. Well, welcome. How are you? How you doing?
Good. I'm miserable.
Good dates?
How are you?
Miserable?
Yeah.
You sick again?
No. I'm sick of losing by a point or two.
Put that mic down a little bit. Oh, sorry. It was just down. It was way up by your eyeball.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm trying to. My headphones don't really fit over my hat and my hair, so I kept trying to put it behind my head. Sometimes.
Gotcha. I just didn't. It was up. Literally, it was like covering your eyeballs.
Yeah. You lose by a point on Sunday Night Football. 3 turnovers. You know, disgusted. Just absolutely disgusted.
Well,
and then disgusted with my job today. And
what happened at work?
Oh, dude, today I'm back on service training people. So I went out to Buffalo to train somebody that's been at the company for like 3 weeks, and it's just a waste of time.
So why? Because are you training your replacement basically, or?
No, I'm trying to get. We've got 3 different shops located in different parts of the state. So I'm at one of the ones that's in Buffalo, an hour and 20 minutes away. Somebody that's been out on service for a couple weeks, and she just ain't cutting it. She's just not built for this job.
Oh, when you say she's not built for it because what, she can't handle the manual part of it, the labor part of it, or just
not engaged, man. She's not asking questions. She's not remaining teachable. She's not. There's no interest. I mean,
right.
she does this in the military and everything like that too. So like she works on big power equipment, so she's got some experience, but there's no customer engagement. There's just no engagement whatsoever. So it's just a waste of time.
Just a grease monkey, basically. Able to fix the stuff, or no?
Not even sure yet. I didn't let her touch a tool today.
She's grounded from the tools.
No, the way I train anybody and everybody, the first day that you're with me, you're watching me the entire time. I want you to ask me as many questions as you can, take as much knowledge from me as you can, and watch the way I do it so you can mimic it.
So wait, then you've only had her for 1 day and you've already decided she's done? She's not going to cut it?
Yeah, I have.
Maybe she was nervous. Maybe you're a little. Are you tough on the trainees? No?
Not one bit.
No.
But this has been other times that the same sentiment has been mimicked by other people that are training her, and she's been insubordinate a couple times already and told people no when they've asked her to do stuff.
Okay. I thought this was like her first day, and you were the
one. No, I would never do that.
Making the decision that just bitches does not going to cut it after a day.
No, that doesn't happen. I know how overwhelming. Like when I ask you if you've been training for 2 weeks, if you feel so overwhelmed, you should be drowning. That should be the answer every time. I mean, if you've never worked on this stuff before and you've just seen it for 2 weeks straight, you should feel more overwhelmed than you've ever felt in your entire life. That's how I know it's working.
What's the biggest obstacle that you have to deal with when you're trying to learn about these things? Just like all the different models and how they all don't like they're all different basically, different
I
brands and
mean,
different models.
in general theory wise, they all make electricity kind of the same way. So as long as you understand electrical theory, you should be able to work on a generator. But yes, the different brands that we work on, the different generations of these generators, anything over the past 20 years, we work on. So, I mean, we're talking Briggs and Stratton, GE, Kohler, Winco. I mean, the list goes on. There's probably 10, 12 brands we work on.
Did you go to school for electrical, like a like electrical apprentice or anything, or just got the job and learned on on the job kind of a
when
deal? Or
when I got hired at 18 years old to work at my first generator company, the guy that trained me, I still talk to him on the phone all the time. And the way he trained me, I wasn't allowed to touch a tool for the first 2 weeks. Just
right,
watch, carry his toolbox, ask questions, take notes, and that's it.
there
And
you
that's the
go.
way I would like to train
True.
people, but I don't have that much time. We're kind of up against it. We need people out in the field quick, so they kind of rush through it a little bit. I don't agree with it, but that's not my choice.
You know, I figure they want to just get out there and fucking get them working and get them humping out as best as they can and just
Yep,
fill a
making
hole
money.
for a little bit and then in the mean if something breaks then they send you to go fix it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Couple comments I got here from some shows over the past week. This one said great episode for the one that just ended 2 seconds ago. So thank you for that
Oh,
person.
sweet.
That was one of the best ones we had yet. Um, I was very very confused by this comment when I first read it. This next one, um, the comment says, "By the way, it's lagging for break." I was like, "What? What does that mean? The break is lagging during the break?" And then I went on to read the rest of it. It says, "Whoever gets the ball nearest to the rail gets to break first." So that's what was happening in that video I played of the transgender lady, and then the woman who quit
Yep.
playing against her. They did this thing at the beginning where they just tapped the ball right before she quit. So they did the lagging for break thing. I didn't know what it was, and I must have brought that up. And Scott is correcting me, but for whatever reason, they did the lag for break, and then that lady quit. I don't know. So, another comment from Maxine says, "Love you, Mikey. Been clean since 3/11/10. Totally understand you, homie." So there you go. A little bit of love for you, Mikey.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
and then lots of love for us here, actually. I got a couple of really nice emails here, so we'll knock these out real quick. This one is from Gabs, Gabs, Gabs. It says, "I'm so excited to be writing you. I've been a huge fan since RMG days. I was so sad when you left. I found your Another Dumb Show recently just randomly and started watching. I was kind of reluctant to chat in your chat community because it can be kind of vicious, but I did it. I also joined the Discord. I love your shows so much. I look forward to them at 7 every night. I can't wait until we do a meetup, but I will be nervous to actually meet you. Thanks so much for doing what you do, Gabs." So thank you, Gabs. I appreciate that. It was a nice email. I think I saw her joining in the chat on Friday night. And then another nice email here. Um, this one's from Lizzie. It says, "Hey, Dom, I want to write you about the sitch that happened with Mikey. I tell you think you handled it well. You could tell how much you care about him, and everyone should have a friend like that." Well, I do. Says, "I hope Mikey had a good birthday, and I hope you had a good wedding weekend. I also wanted to say the after shows have been awesome, and I look forward to them. Love the show so much, Lizzie." Well, thank you, Lizzie. You're going to be excited because we'll be doing an after show tonight. It is Monday, so we'll be doing our Monday Night Football watch party in Kelsey Bowl tonight. So we got to make sure we watch that, of course, even though my homegirl won't be there. We're still gonna watch that, and and I know you mentioned the Vikes there. We'll definitely talk plenty of football here in the Monday Night Football after show. But I had a good weekend. Mentioned your weekend, Mikey, and I do want to hear. We'll talk about your birthday here in a little bit. The Friday night, I interestingly I ended the show. Normally, I kind of wrap things up and try to go to bed a little bit early after that, but I ended up B1 came over, and she said, "Hey, you want to watch that new Netflix special by Matt Rife?"
Matt Rife, of course, she went for Matt Rife right away.
Yes. So
Yeah,
she's mentioned him once before, a couple times before. She sent me some of his like Instagram clips of him doing like crowd
he
work and
does
stuff
crowd
like that.
work. Yep, absolutely. His crowd work is immaculate. He's an amazing interactor with the crowd.
Well, that's what. Well, we ended up watching his stand up, and I was actually doing. I was pulling. And Carrie, I see you're on hold there. I'll get you one sec, Carrie. I was watching this, and I was also like pulling music for my wedding the next morning. So I was kind of watching, but half watching. And be
You didn't
honest with
miss
you,
much.
I had some funny moments, nothing outrageously funny. The bit at the end, the social media bit at the end was kind of funny. And I say kind of funny. I wouldn't say overwhelmingly hilarious.
I
Um,
liked the school shooter bit. That was pretty good.
See, I think I zoned out during that part. I don't think I even remember that part at all, to be honest with you. I
He
think I
talked
might have
about
been.
he's like to be a ghost hunter and stuff like that, and if it was a little white kid ghost, and he'd be like, "I hate school."
Yeah, I might have zoned out during the part with the. I heard a little bit like the dog, this thing with the monsters under his bed and stuff like that. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest with you. I have a hard time listening to the way he talks, because I'm trying to figure out a nice way to say this. Talks like he's from the hood, a little bit, mixed with a frat boy
hmm
trying to talk like they're like almost like a frat boy pretending like they're. He may be from the hood too, so I don't know anything about this dude. That just might be the way he talks, where he's
he's
from.
from Ohio.
I know he's somewhere in Ohio. I don't know where, but either way, he's got quite the cadence to the way he talks. And it's a little bit off-putting to me, to be honest with you. I don't know why. He seems like a nice enough guy, and he seems very talented and all that stuff. So I'm not knocking the dude for that. I'm not even knocking him for the way he talks. I just found it a little bit, it wasn't. I just something about it. It felt like I was listening to a frat bro from the hood. It was really
Yeah,
weird. Not because he
his
looks
actually.
like that either. Just more the way he was, because he would say bruh a lot and stuff too. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, that comedy special I wasn't a big fan of. He has a crowd work special on YouTube that is hilarious. His
Yeah.
off the cuff comedy is a lot better than his storytelling. His storytelling isn't there yet. He's
Yeah.
young,
Yeah.
28 years old. He's been doing comedy since he's been 16 years old, and he's just not there yet. He was just talking on a podcast last year at this point. I think he made like 1 year ago, like he was on pace to make like 60 to 80,000 dollars, and then he's blown up like overnight. Not
Yeah. I
the way
remember.
normal comedians do.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like, were there just a couple viral clips that just sent him through the roof and like,
Yep, a couple
yeah,
million views on TikTok,
yeah. I mean,
and it blew up.
he's not ugly either, so I'm sure chicks dig him too. Like, if they're into
Dude,
comedy,
they're
I'm sure
paying
girls.
$300 for tickets to see this dude.
Right,
The guy
right.
sold out in less than 30 seconds here at the casino, and then tickets were reselling for $200.
I remember we talked about that. There was a big kind of controversy because people were like, "Why the fuck is this guy $350?" When he's a new up and coming comedian. Like, I'm sure
Yeah.
like the guys who've been around forever, are really hated seeing that, whatever. But like, whatever comics, because they're not making $350. Some of the guys who've been around forever, I mean,
No,
Dave Attell, I'm sure you
I'm
think he's
sure.
making
I'm sure they feel a
300
little
bucks or
bit
so.
better now after watching his special and see that it didn't do too well and he wasn't that
Yeah.
funny.
Well, it was funny. The end of it, he even made a shout out at the end. I guess I'm just a crowd comic, and then at the end, he showed him doing crowd work, and I was like, "Well, this actually was a little bit funnier than anything he did the rest of the time." So,
The crowd work is good. He's
um,
really good off the cuff.
Jeremy says he's from Columbus, is
Oh, there you
what
go.
he says. So, hey, whatever. Uh, More power to him. He's very popular. People love him. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't dislike it. I just wasn't like busting up laughing. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, I didn't turn it off or think to myself, this is bad at any point. You know what I mean? I didn't feel it was like it was bad. Did you think it was bad?
Mm-mm. I just didn't. I wasn't. There was a few spots where I lost interest, and I
Yeah.
was on my phone for like 5 minutes, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm not even watching this."
That's what I was doing. I was literally downloading music and dragging it into crates and things like that. So, well, it made me think of a story that or not actually, I brought that up. I kind of forgot all about it until I saw this news story, that well, you're probably gonna love this, Mikey. There's a comic who's getting a little bit of flack right now. Who's the comic that really goes hard on dead people? He's kind of
Ari Shafir.
known for it, right? All right,
Ari Shafir. He got canceled for the Kobe Bryant tweet.
that's right. I mean, he didn't though. He kind of doubled down and kept going with it, and still does that kind of stuff, right? I mean, he's still.
Anytime somebody dies, he puts up a tweet making fun of him, pretty much. Yeah.
That's his
Oh
thing. So.
God, tell me he did it with the first lady today.
No, not with Rosalind Carter. No, nothing with her. But let's see. No, there's a comic. So Matthew Perry just died.
Yeah.
There's a comic that made that's getting a lot of flack online for a joke that he told. Now, I'm a little conflicted about the joke. Is it too soon?
No.
No, I don't know, maybe. But so here's this joke, Mike. You tell me if this is funny or if this is in poor taste.
Sad to hear that the great Matthew Perry died alone in a hot tub. You know, for a guy on a show called Friends, he could have used a couple.
Hans Kim.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah. I saw him live. He's at Kill Tony every Monday night.
Oh, there you go. This
Who
is
knew
the
the
good.
opening credits were his cry for help?
This was last Monday night. This is hilarious.
So you saw that live?
Yeah, I watched my God, dude, I got turned on to that show probably in like June of last year. And
That's
I went
funny.
backwards by 300 episodes. I watched almost every episode they've come out with.
That's good. Well, he's caused some outrage on social media with that joke because people are saying it's obviously too soon. Matthew Perry is celebrated celebrity, and you shouldn't be making fun of his death at this time. Certainly not after the, after he had gotten his life together and da 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 da. So now he gets a free pass.
Especially because that show was recorded like 3 weeks ago, like a day after he died. So he actually made that joke less than 24 hours after he died.
That's cold blooded. Damn. Well, good.
It's so funny that they go after Hans Kim, but another comedian named William Montgomery made some similar jokes about Matthew Perry in the same episode.
Did he really? I wonder why they picked.
Yeah.
I wonder why they picked on him. Maybe they just thought that was the one that just got shared. One person watched it and decided that was the joke that.
I don't know how that even. Oh well, somebody must have clipped it from Kill Tony because I was about to say there's nobody that's allowed to have cell phones or anything like that in that club.
Oh, I don't know where that's from then. Oh, so I'm probably gonna get dinged for playing that then because I thought it was just some random shot. I didn't know what the hell it was from, to be honest with you, because it wasn't.
Somebody must have clipped the show because it's at the Mothership in Austin. It's Joe Rogan's club.
Oh, I
and
saw
there's
that.
no cell phones allowed.
Oh yeah, I don't know where that's from then. I just saw that on Twitter, so I have no idea. All right, well that's good to know. Well, either way, I thought it was pretty funny. So yeah, you watch. Is there any comedy that you miss? You see all of
No.
this. So the last two things I
Yeah.
brought up, you've seen it all.
Yeah.
That's great. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, what did you do for your birthday, dude? Anything? Yesterday was
Yeah,
your
dude.
birthday.
Nothing. It was depressing.
Really? Why? You didn't because
I
you
didn't
didn't
even,
even.
I didn't even get no booty.
Well, you're not with anybody, and you don't. The last girl you're with got you all in trouble. So,
Yeah.
wasn't there
couldn't
another
go get in
one in
trouble.
there? Wasn't there another one in there though that wasn't trouble that you talked to for a minute? But or was that the one you threw out of the house
I just want to throw her out of the house because she didn't support the
because
podcast.
she didn't support the podcast? Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
good
Fuck
move.
that
Good
bitch.
move. Yeah, good move. All right, cool. Yeah, never mind. Fuck her. Yeah, she's not worth fucking anyway.
I was
So,
trying to.
did your parents get you anything nice?
No, I got a card full of scratch offs.
That's not bad. That's good. Did you scratch them?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. Oh, so you could be
No,
a million.
I was planning on doing. Maybe I'll do it on the our little after show. I'll scratch
Nice.
off, become a millionaire, and go running around the house naked.
That sounds great. All right, yeah, I'll hold you to it. If you become a millionaire, run around naked. All
Oh yeah,
right.
get us dinged right away. Everyone can look at my little shiitake mushroom.
Did you So you didn't go to dinner with them, or you didn't get? Did
We
you
did.
treat
We went out to we went out to a new restaurant that just opened here called BJ's, and I remembered while we were eating there that there's a BJ's in Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah, I'm
BJ's
pretty sure.
Brew Pub or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know somebody that runs that place. Actually, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, we went there before a Roverfest, and I figured it out like halfway through dinner. I was like, huh. But then I also kind of fucked up before dinner. I ate some edibles, but it's new edibles to me, which is
Okay.
a liquid. It's actually a syrup.
That
So a
stuff you
half
got in
ounce-
that pack. Is it the stuff you got in that
Yeah.
pack?
Yeah, so it's a half ounce of the syrup is 50 milligrams. 1 ounce is 100 milligrams. I ate 100 milligrams. It's 1,000 milligrams in the bottle. So
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go crazy. I was like, all right, just a quick 100. So I'm hungry for dinner. I hadn't been eating much all week, trying to shrink the stomach, trying to lose weight. By the way, down 24 pounds in 7 days.
That's not healthy. That's crazy. It's
Yep, 214 today.
That's
Still
nuts.
starving myself.
So how many calories have you eaten this past week? You think?
Last night was probably the bad one because we went out to dinner and everything like that. But other than that, no more than 400 in a day.
That's insane. You were literally starving yourself. That's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. The longest I went was 72 hours without eating.
Yeah, it's, you know what? The fasting for see, this is like I feel like you're self-flagellating right now. You're punishing yourself
I
for
am.
the trouble you got yourself into over the past
Yeah.
couple of weeks. So you're like,
Uh-huh.
now I'm not gonna let myself fucking eat. You and I are
Nope. No more
so
Uber Eats.
you and I are so much alike, dude. It's insane. There are
Yeah, there's no more
times.
Uber Eats. There's no more of that shit. I'm not getting no fast food, nothing like that. I'm eating plain ass chicken breast that's cold in the fridge. That's it.
It's so weird. I have gone through stretches like that where I feel like if I went through a little self-destructive phase, I would be like, you know what? Well, now I'm not going to let myself eat. Or if like something would happen where it's like my food would come wrong, and I'd be like, you know what? That's the universe telling me I don't deserve to eat, so I won't eat for 2 or 3 days or something. It's like so fuck. I didn't think there was another weirdo like that in the world. So we're
Yeah.
definitely a
So,
couple two
but we
peas in
went
a
out. We
pod.
went out to eat. I got myself. They do really good pizzas there, so I got myself a little deep dish pizza, little
Okay.
appetizer action. It was a mini pizza, dude. I ordered like they had mini, medium, and large. The mini it says 4 slices. It's supposed to be a Chicago deep dish. It's like
Yeah.
15 bucks. Bro, I am not shitting you. This pizza came and it was this fucking big. It fit
Uh,
on an appetizer plate.
little crock pot,
Yeah, my
basically like a
father looked
tiny
at
one of
me and
those
he
like
said,
French
"Oh,
onion,
good."
French onion soup bowl kind of thing.
Yeah, dude, it was so tiny, but it was fine. My mother made a giant 2-layer cake, gave me half of that to come home with, and I ate half of that last night.
Well, that's good. Did she make it from scratch or did she buy one?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
she makes
awesome.
everything. Cake from scratch, frosting from scratch.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man, I bet that was fucking good. Hell yeah.
It was. That's why I went after it so much. And then, I mean, I've got some left. That'll probably be all I eat tonight is the cake because
What
I
do
haven't
you
eaten since yesterday.
did you treat yourself to anything? I know you were planning on doing a lot of purchases and things like that. Did you use your birthday as an excuse to do that?
No, Minnesota was the big purchase, and
Oh, okay. I think you were talking
paying
about getting TVs and all that kind of shit too. So I didn't know if you were.
that
Uh,
that I stopped with the impulse stuff like that. That was all trying to fill some type of void.
oh, okay. So you're backing down on that. So did you get your paint? Because you said you were going to paint the studio. Did you buy the purple paint?
No, I
No.
got lazy as shit. I slept all day Saturday. I went out to breakfast in the morning with my father, and then I went home, and then I slept all day.
That's
I
fine.
don't
Yeah,
have a
you
lot of
worked hard.
energy
You
I
worked
don't have a
hard
lot
all
of
week
energy
too.
when I'm not eating.
You worked probably like 60 plus hours last week too, if not
No,
more than that. You worked.
I only worked 3 days, and it was 36 hours
Oh,
or
okay.
38 hours in 3 days because I had Monday and Tuesday off. But then today it starts the same way. I had 13 hours this morning. I punched in at 5:30. I got home at 10 after 6.
They make you stop working at that point when you hit the 40 so you don't get too much overtime, or they just keep
Not me.
pumping it
Carte
in?
blanche, baby. Let's go.
Nice. That's cool. Nice. Well, yeah, Saturday. So Saturday, I got a text from you Saturday. It looked like you weren't allowed to take advantage of any betting. Sorry I didn't answer your text. I was at my. I literally just. I actually got the text from you right as I was like pulling into my event. So I was like,
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't even have time to like. I was like, I'm in go mode. So I'll talk to him when I get a chance. Um, and then so the wedding went great. Last wedding of 2023. It was fantastic. It was at that same place I worked last week, White Birch Barn. I think I had a glass of wine, and I think I talked myself into working for free a couple days for them when they're doing like a breakfast for Santa thing. And I was like feeling a little good, and I was like, you know, you guys should have me come do that. And I'm like, and they're like, oh, no. And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't even charge you guys. You guys give me so much business. So yeah,
Over committal and being a little buzzed. God, dude, I don't miss doing that.
yeah.
I definitely don't miss waking up in the morning going, "What the
So.
fuck did I commit to yesterday?"
Yeah, so and it was because honestly it was because I didn't get a chance to eat my dinner because they did something unusual. They had instead of just dismissing the tables like for the buffet, they had me reading trivia questions, and if the people would get it right, like people would have to raise their hand and I'd have to call on people and they'd have to answer the questions or whatever. Um,
Nerds.
it was
That is kind
okay.
of that is kind of clever though. Was it decent trivia questions like pop
Actually,
culture trivia questions?
no, it was actually about the couple. So it was,
Oh,
yeah, questions about them, like where they meet, where their first date
oh,
was, stuff like that. So, um, fun for the guests and fun for the bride and groom. And they actually did something a little different where, like, when the table got dismissed, they went down and took a picture with the bride and groom on like this fancy couch thing they had set up down there. So it was, it was different. But the point is, I didn't get to eat. So I had a glass of wine on the empty stomach. So I overcommitted and ended up giving myself some extra work. So. But the wedding went great. Made it home. Actually, once I ate and everything, I wasn't drunk or anything. Just a little tipsy until I ate some food, and then made it home. I actually stayed up late to watch SNL. Jason Momoa was on. I'm a big fan of Jason Momoa, Aquaman. I watched. They showed the trailer for Aquaman 2. Boy, does that look stupid.
Yep.
It looks really, really bad.
I tried to watch Blue Beetle the other night.
Oh, I thought that looked pretty good. Was it not good?
I turned it off in 6 minutes.
Really? It wasn't good?
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. I was like, oh, great. Look, another superhero movie that's the same as Ant-Man.
I like the kid. I like the guy that plays, that does that. The kid from Cobra Kai. I would like it just because I like that kid. I thought he's kind of a good actor. So, that's a bummer. Did you go see the Marvels, by the way, when you were on your trip? Yeah? Was it any good?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah?
I enjoy Marvel movies, but dude, the theater I went to was Screen X, I guess it's called. I don't even know. The screen goes 270 degrees around the theater.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
So not only am I looking at the screen right in front of me, but the walls on the side all the way to behind me were all covered in screen as well.
That's pretty. Was it good or bad, or is it too spread out?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. It kept everything focused that it needed to. I think it's designed specifically for that, but it keeps everything like on the center screen the way it's supposed to.
Okay. Well, that's pretty neat. I'll have to check one of those out. I don't think we have one of those here, so I'll have to see. That looks pretty cool.
Dude, they had leather recliners with heated seats in Minnesota.
Ooh, heated. Fancy. They probably need that up there in Minnesota. Let me grab these calls real quick. The dude, Carrie from Rochester, you're on another dumb show. What's up? Hello? Dude? Oh, wait, hold on. The phone's got screwed up. Hold on. Dude, you there?
Hello.
Hi. Dude, you there? Okay, she hung up. That was weird. Oh, now she's back. Hi, dude. What's up?
Hi. So I called to talk about Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to be talking about Puff Daddy here in a little bit. So just sit tight and give me a call back then.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Perfect. All right, good stuff. I do have Puff Daddy on there. We'll talk about Puff Daddy. In the meantime, we do have F1 Frank on the line, our resident Nostradamus. Frank, what's up, dude?
What's going on, Dom?
Chilling like a villain. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. How good was walking into work today with your chest puffed out, fucking saying Browns?
Oh,
if he had a job, I'm sure he'd enjoy that.
If I had somewhere to, well, I mean, I got a job. I got a job. I guess I have somewhere to go.
If you had a job to go to, I'm saying,
if I had somewhere
it's me that had to walk into my job with my tail tucked between my legs.
Right on. Yes, Frank. It was a hard-fought victory by the Browns. I'll tell you about my Browns game experience here in a little bit too. So, anything else?
Steelers, man.
Yeah. Fuck the Steelers. Yeah, Pitts puke, right? Fuck them.
So, I guess my question today is, how do you wash your clothes? Do you put like one layer of clothes, then a layer of laundry detergent, then another layer of clothes, then another layer of laundry detergent, and
Now,
how's that go?
This will be interesting to see what this is going to be in prognostication of, because remember the other day he mentioned a random question about manholes, and then the F1 race got screwed up because of a manhole.
My washer's going to flood my fucking basement.
Don't say manhole.
I'm more worried that maybe there's going to be a story about a kid that gets locked in a dryer or something, or make sure you close your dryer doors. Make sure your cats don't get in. Well, I know you don't have a kid, Frank. I meant in general, there's going to be a story coming out. A story, maybe you've prognosticated a story that we're going to have happening in the next couple days is what I was saying.
Yeah, you're right. Now some kids are going to die in the freaking laundry.
Yeah, this is what you have to be careful of, Frank, when you call with these questions, because we know what happens now. You predict the future with these questions, so maybe you got to be careful. I'm going to make sure in a sec. I'll go double check and make sure my dryer's closed so my cat doesn't get in there. You know, I got laundry to do as it is. So now you got me nervous here, bro.
Well, how do you do yours?
Oh, you literally want to know? Oh, I water first, soap,
Oh.
and then I just throw all the clothes in, and the water comes up with it. You pour the water. If you pour the detergent right on the clothes, you're only washing. It doesn't really wash out of them very well, and you got to let it get in the water and slosh
That's
around
why
a little bit.
That's why you fill it all up. You throw 3 or 4 pods in there, close that bitch up, and hit start.
I hate those pods things. I'm a liquid guy.
I love
So you guys got learned by a woman a long time ago?
Oh, I see. Very good. I don't have a woman that lives here with me who does my laundry anymore. B1 used to do most of the laundry, but
My mom does come over
no,
once every 2 weeks and bang out my laundry, though. I do enjoy that very much.
Your mom does your laundry for you?
I wasn't.
Yeah, dude.
I wasn't
And
like
she folds it better.
insulting or saying anything. I throw one little row of clothes down, then I put some detergent and then some water, and then another little row of clothes, then some more detergent.
You miss your girl,
and
huh?
some,
It sounds like Frank misses his girl is what it sounds like to me. So, all right, Frank. Well, thank you for the laundry lesson. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go wash my ears out of this phone call. All right?
Whatever, Dom, go Brown.
Go Browns. I love you, Frank. Speaking of F1, Frank, by the way, I was talking about SNL, and we talked about some comedy earlier. There are times where SNL is some of the most gut-busting ass funny shit I'll watch. And then there is some of the absolute worst stuff I'll watch. This week was one of the episodes that was some of the worst stuff. It was just bad. The segments weren't that good. Weekend Update wasn't even as good as it normally is. But I gotta tell you, if I could look like any guy, I think I would want to look like Jason Momoa. What a great look that guy has. I would love to have that look. Now I can't grow my hair long like that because it's too wavy, and I just couldn't have long hair. But I could probably pull off that beard a little bit.
Anybody could have long hair. You just got to have some patience.
No, I had it once, but before, and it was all wavy and weird. My hair, when it grows long, it goes like these big, long, weird, like wavy locks. They look really.
Tell me about it.
It looks really weird, but they don't curl. They do these.
Oh, it's like a ribbon curl.
Yes, like a big giant ass waves. It'll curl under and then it'll back around and then over and around and yeah. So it always looks like I have like that duck tail coming off the back of it, no matter what, really. Or it has this weird roll under. Have you ever seen? I used to have. I had long hair when I got married. When I first was on RMG,
You did have long hair.
Yeah, I grew my hair out because my ex-wife liked long hair because she likes musicians. So she wanted me to grow my hair out. So I did. And it was lovely and luxurious and beautiful locks. But it looked stupid because I don't know. I just thought I had that part in the middle. You know what I mean? It was like no style to it. It was just pull it back in a ponytail or whatever. Yeah, it just looked like an idiot. But yeah, I would love to look like Khal Drogo. That would be awesome. I've actually considered shaving the scar into my eyebrow just because it looks cool, the way he has that scar.
Just headbutt somebody. Get a real one.
No, I'll pass. Yeah, B1 was not impressed when I said this statement. She actually looked at me like I was from another planet. She was like, "That guy, of all the guys you look like, that you'd pick him." Curious George said, Carrie said she is done with another dumb show until Mikey is gone. She just called. She called and hung up, and I just said I'd call back in a couple minutes when I.
Yeah, I think he was talking about what she previously said.
Oh, yeah. She had previously said that, George, but I think she came back around a little bit after maybe watching the episode where I apologized and all that good stuff. So that could be what it was. We just had F1 Frank on, Mikey, and Saturday Night Live was on. So I stayed up late after the wedding because I knew I was going to be up late because the F1 race was on in Vegas at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Dude, this race. Did you watch any of it? Did you watch any highlights? Anything? Oh man.
No, I saw Max Verstappen talk about what happened in the practice and everything like that, and I think he's actually a little bitch. I don't like him at all. He had nothing positive to say. He was nothing but negative. If I was a fan, I'd tear down the fucking thing. This isn't Monaco. Shut the fuck up and go back over the pond, bitch. Get the fuck
I was
out.
not. I have to be honest with you. I saw all that stuff too, and I had just kind of said I think I should be a Red Bull fan because a Honda or whatever. Maybe I'll be a Sergio Perez fan. I'm not a Max Verstappen fan because
He's a little bitch.
Not only that, well, he's an awesome racer. I'll give him his credit for that. But not only is during the race, he was, I think, second. Charles Leclerc, one of the Ferrari drivers, was pole. They pull off the line. It goes boop 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 boo. They go take off. The big first turn is a big left turn, kind of almost a little bit of a hairpin to it almost. They go into this turn, and Max straight up he's on the inside. He pushes Leclerc completely off the track on the very first turn. They
made contact, didn't they?
No, Leclerc went all the way off.
Later.
That was with George Russell, but this was at the beginning of the track. That's another thing that I was going to bring up, but this is at the very beginning, and he pushed him all the way off the track. Max went all 4 tires off the track himself, which was insane. So immediately in F1 they tell you, all right, if you do that, you have to give the position back up. Usually is what they say. All right. You got around him. It was a legal pass. So you have to literally slow down and let the guy pass you. For whatever reason, they didn't do that this race. And they decided to only give him a 5-second penalty.
And he wins by what, 10 to 12 seconds?
That's what I was going to say. He was already ahead by 2.5 seconds when they came up with that decision. So, yes, he ended up pitting what they did is they knew it was going to make it a more... I think they actually were strategic about it, and they said this will actually make for a better race later on because he's going to end up having to pit because Leclerc's going to catch up a little bit. He'll break down that 2.5 second lead a little bit. They'll end up pitting, and then when Verstappen pits, he's going to have to take that 5-second penalty when he pits, and then when he pits and does the 5 seconds, Leclerc and everybody else is going to get out in front of him, and then we're going to have to watch Max race again and try to get out in front. So strategically it did work because that is what happened is that Max ended up getting out front. Or was like, I don't know, I think he was in 6th when he came out of the pits. And then he ended up just battling his way back up to first. But there was an overtake by Leclerc at one point. I think Sergio Perez has made his way back up to second. So we had 2 Red Bulls in first and second. Then we had Charles Leclerc, Ferrari in third. Leclerc ended up overtaking Perez on the very last lap, like one of the very last turns. So it was very exciting in that sense. But other than the Red Bull being favored, that's what Gene Queen's even saying. It was because the FIA favors Red Bull. First turn rules never count. I guess you're right. It was the first turn, but there was no wreck. I've seen on first turns where they'll make you give up a track position if you've taken the spot illegally. So, but it was cool.
Yeah, that dude just seems like a dick. I don't like him anymore.
I lost a lot of respect for him when they did that, honestly, on that first turn. It really did. It was dirty, and it's almost like he knew.
You thought it was the dirty thing in a race, and I just thought it was all the comments that he made about the track. It was just awfully disrespectful.
It was. And I think I might have mentioned that the other day because he was kind of like you said, he was being real shitty about the track and how I think I heard him say that it wasn't Monaco and stuff like that. So I could understand why Americans would be turned off by him. I believe he got booed in Austin, if I'm not mistaken.
Good.
So I think that might be part of why he had a little bit of issue with the American fans and the American track because he's gotten booed before. So, and Gene Queen says he is a little bitch. I've been telling you guys. So, all right. So maybe I got to find a favorite team now. I can't afford a Ferrari, so I can't afford any of these other models, Mikey. So I got to figure out. Maybe I just got to be a fan of Sergio Perez, the second Red Bull racer.
There you go.
There you go. That works. We'll try it.
I didn't know it was going to be raining tonight. I should have looked at the weather before I made bets on this game.
Yes, I did see Creepy Michelle mention that it was going to be raining in Kansas City. It's not going to be a comfy game, is what she described it as. So
I don't think I'm going to hit my bets.
What time is it? So, it's already 8:00 already. So, I just realized that shit. And what time's that game start? 8:15?
Yeah, 18 minutes.
All right, so let's do this. So we'll just talk about a couple more things. We'll take a little break. Like the break will be the little pause between the main show and the after show.
Update. So, did you see the Snoop Dogg update?
Literally what I was just about to talk about.
I'm glad we're on the same page, brother.
Yep, for sure. So you called it, sorta. Snoop Dogg. Yeah, I mean, you were as close as you could be. I mean, I bought it hook, line, and sinker and thought it was just a publicity stunt for a different reason, just to stay relevant. But Snoop did release a video explaining why he gave up smoke. And here it is. Here's Snoop Dogg explaining why he gave up. Does he go by Snoop Dogg anymore, or is it just Snoop? I know he got rid of the doggy dog, but he also dropped the dog. Either way, here's Snoop talking about why he's giving up smoke.
I have an announcement. I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. Done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all sticky icky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Clever.
There you go. So very good. So he went smokeless. What is the end of this thing here? I didn't realize it cut back to him. What does it do? What does he say? Something funny here? Nope, it's just him being high, playing with a marshmallow at the end. Is all that was. Now, did you notice anything weird about this video?
It looked like he was AI.
Yes, they de-aged Snoop.
Yeah,
that's what that is. They de-aged him. Okay, I'm not crazy. All right,
no.
I knew something was up with this video.
That skin is way too smooth and nice.
That's what I'm saying. Snoop is no spring chicken, and
he's got the smoke wrinkles to prove it.
Oh, hold on, let me mute this. Sorry. So yeah, there it is. Yeah, that looks completely aged. You think that's what they just tried to do, make him look younger?
Yeah.
Because like when he goes, even like right there, his head's like that shot right there. You could see almost like where it's just like that's the real him with the wrinkles there. Where the AI didn't work for a second. Didn't work for a second, then there it pops back in and it's working. It's like reminds me of Henry Cavill with the mustache in the Superman movies.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that pissed me off when I was watching SNL the other night and they played that stupid Aquaman trailer. I was like, how are they making a second Aquaman, but they haven't made a fucking second Man of Steel? They didn't make a Man of Steel 2. Like, what's wrong with DC? What is wrong with them? All right, so real quick before we head to break, Carrie just called about this a little bit earlier. Carrie, if you want to call back. I got a text from Mikey, I believe it was on Sunday. Was that Sunday he texted about Diddy?
It was right as soon as I saw it. I thought it was Friday night.
Was it Friday? Was it after? I can't even remember when it came in.
I think it was like Friday night at like midnight. Because we had just talked about it, and then right after that, it said that he settled. And
yes. We talked about because he was accused of rape and spousal abuse or not just spousal abuse, just abuse and human trafficking of his ex-partner, Cassie. She filed a lawsuit that was with a trigger warning on it for the media or to, I don't know, whoever was going to be looking at it because it was so graphic of all the things that he were alleged that he did in it. And what an idiot. P. Diddy might be one of the biggest morons I've ever come across in entertainment because she asked for $30 million prior to the lawsuit happening, and he said no. Then she files the lawsuit. All these sordid details come out about him being a cuck and allegedly trying to kill Suge Knight and all this other stuff. why the fuck wouldn't he have just paid her in the first place if he was going to end up settling after the fact, after the lawsuit?
I think he was calling her bluff.
What? But if he knows he did all, this is what doesn't make any, that's what doesn't make any sense to me, Mikey. If he knows he did these things, doesn't think she's actually going to do it, but even if there's a chance that she does do it, all this stuff is going to come out. In the end, now it looks like all this stuff is true. Like it does. Is there something I missed here that like?
I think that's only half the details of what's going on. I'm pretty sure he made that payment thinking, "Oh shit, she's about to let go of the real information," which is what we all were talking about. He's gay.
But wouldn't that if you? Oh, so maybe that there was this lawsuit, but then more stuff would have come out if it actually made.
Yeah,
it
they would have
court.
went to trial and everything like that. There would have been more detailed stories. So he called her bluff. You ain't gonna sue me, bitch. Get the fuck out of my life. Oh, word. And then sprinkled out and peppered out some little details, the Suge Knight thing, just enough to get him to actually come off the ledge and say, you know what? This is going to be an amicable thing. Here's your non-disclosure agreement. Fuck off.
If those things did, so, that makes, I hate to, victim question or victim blame, but I mean, if those things did happen and he did beat her and allegedly rape her and allegedly sexually traffic her, can you put a price on that? Honestly,
sure you can when you're lying about it.
That's what I say. I don't want to victim question or really even victim blame. I hate doing that, but because if it did happen, I'm going to feel like
you can't put a price on it.
That's what I feel like. You can't. There's not a
Well, yeah. You know what? You could put a price on what happened to me when I was a kid. So at least I could.
And then move on, and that's not put the guy in jail. Or because,
there was no way he was going to jail anyways. It was just a civil court thing.
It was just, they couldn't have come out with any kind of criminal stuff at that point?
No rape
I don't know how that works.
No police reports, nothing like that. Statute of limitations.
Just his word against hers?
There's no burden of proof. Yeah, absolutely. It's her just saying something. I'm sure they would have looked into it,
but
nothing would have come of it.
If it did happen, wouldn't it be upon her to try to get this guy off? Because the court of public opinion obviously is already going to be against him because he looks bad. But if she fought it and said, "No, look, I'm taking this to court," wouldn't that be better for potential victims to stay away from him? It's not going to get him off the streets.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's not a criminal thing. It's not going to get him off the streets. But it might make the next chick who's willing to, who's looking for a record producer or something like that, or trying to be, a CEO or work with him on his fashion brand or his vodka brand or whatever. They'd be like, this guy's a fucking creep. I don't want anything to do with this guy. I don't want to be around him at all. So to me, it kind of, I guess if you're a woman, though, you look at it and you go, shit. He probably is a pretty bad guy if he ended up paying in the end. So I guess I probably should stay away from him. So I guess it does work both ways there. But no, I just felt like, it does make you question. Did it happen? Or what is he covering up? Did it not happen? Is he covering it? There's just so many questions that are left after this. And it's just actually kind of sick that he has enough money that he can just dump all that and not bat an eye about it. And he's just going to get away with
pocket
anything.
Change.
It's just sick. It really is pathetic. It sounds like he's a pretty shitty guy. I always thought P. Diddy was kind of a clown. Yeah, kind of a puss and a clown.
Yep.
So
like a fronter. Like he just was a fake.
Yeah, he was putting on front.
He was a dancer.
Right. He was a fake.
He's not a rapper. He's a dancer.
He's a fake thug. Fake thug.
There you go.
There you go. All right, guys. That's going to wrap things up here for the main show. Mikey, I'll let you go so you can start preparing for the second show. We are going to head over to it is Monday night, so we're going to do our annual, or usual, not annual. It's not every year. It's every week, weekly, annually. We're going to do our Monday Night Football watch party tonight. For those of you who are not already members, you just hit that join button. It's $2.99 a month. To join and watch our after shows with us and come hang out and kick it with us. We put our feet up, do a little bit of lavender there. I got this red wine over here calling my name. I think I might go drink a little bit of the rest of this red wine here as we watch the Kelsey Bowl tonight on Monday Night Football. And I know Taylor isn't going to be there after everything that happened in Argentina or Brazil over the weekend, and we'll talk about that in the after show too. You know, I can't help but talking about a little bit of Tay when we're talking about Kelsey. All right, that was good. All right, so if you've not taken a second, hit the thumbs up on tonight's video. Please make sure you do that, and I would greatly appreciate it. And once again, if you want to come watch us over on the members only after show, the Monday Night Football watch party, hit that join button at the tier 2 level, and we will see you over there in a little bit. I am out of here. See ya.